Hello, Liz. Good evening. How are you today? Hey, Lizzie, can you listen to me? Because I can't listen to you. Maybe it's a problem with your audio. You can't hear me. Uy. Oh no. I don't listen to you either. Let me check. Okay. Apparently, Liz, maybe it's a problem with your computer, okay? Because the other person in the meeting can listen to me. So maybe you can try like finishing the meeting, getting out, and then coming back to see if the audio reestablishes, okay? Let us see. Hello, Maritere, good evening. Can you listen to me?
Yes. Can you listen to me too?
Yes, I can listen to you, like definitely. It's because Liz was having problems with the audio, and I was like, "Nah." I was very nervous. How are you today, Maritere?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Also fine, like glad that I have my classes, because when you work, you don't think about horrible things. So we are here. How was your weekend, Maritere? Everything
Yes.
fine?
Everything fine. Just a little well, not we had some visits
Uh-huh.
in our house.
Okay,
They come
visit.
to they come to our house, yes.
Okay. They come or they came to our
They
house.
came to our house.
Exactly. Now, visits, it's a little bit like Spanglish, like tuvimos visita.
Ah,
Remember, guests, like
yes.
invitados.
Yes.
Excellent.
Some guests came to our house.
Excellent, Maritere. Did you have a good time with your guests?
Yes, but very tired.
Tired or tiring?
Tiring. Yes.
Exactly. Excellent. Yes, I imagine having guests in your house is always tiring. Yes.
Yes. They somebody say that the guests give us two happy things when they come and when they leave.
Yes,
Two
indeed. It's a happiness that goes both ways. Yes,
uh
of course.
two happiness, no? Dos alegrías. How do you say?
Exactly. Two kinds of happiness.
Two kinds of
Exactly.
happiness.
Exactly. Yes, I completely agree. Okie dokie, Maritere. So, well, I don't know where are the rest of your classmates, but let's see if they come to the class. In the meantime, let us begin. Okie
Okay.
dokie. I have a few questions for you, Maritere. Okay, so
Okay.
yes, we start with speaking. We start strongly. Okay, so
Okay.
first of all, let me ask you. Okay, so Maritere, can you think of someone you don't miss seeing at all?
A person?
Yes, a person that you don't miss seeing.
Don't miss ink.
Don't
Um,
miss seeing. You know, the gerund, singing. Ajá.
Okay. Miss sing. It's like okay.
Ajá.
Mm, let me think.
Yes, someone who you don't miss seeing. I put it in the chat, so
Uh-huh.
maybe that will help you a little bit. Someone
Yes.
who you don't miss seeing. Can you think of someone?
Que no extrañas ver, ¿no?
Exactly. That is precisely the idea. Can you think of someone, Maritere?
Mm, I am thinking. Uh, my boss.
Well, I can perfectly understand that, I suppose. So why, Maritere?
Right now in this pandemic situation, we are making home office.
Okay.
So
We're doing home
we are
office.
doing some home office. So we don't need to see each other every time. So like I'm a kind of free. I feel like free to work or free to wash the dishes in some middle times or
Okay. In some gap times,
gap
like
times.
gap times. Uh-huh.
Okay. In some gap times, I can do what I want, and there's nobody that is watching me because my job or my work, it's okay. It's yes, it's perfect.
Obviously, no doubts about it.
No doubts
Okay.
about my work. So I have my work, okay, but I am not being judged because I'm doing something else that is not of my part of my job.
Of course, of course. Okay, interesting, interesting.
Mhm.
Are you coming back to your office soon or no news regarding that?
um at least this year. No, not this year.
Okay, so you won't see your boss at least for a few more months.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
at least.
okay. Very good, Maritere. Okay, now tell me, can you think of someone, you love to hang out with?
My boyfriend.
Well, it seems kind of obvious, but why, Maritere? Why do you love hanging out with your boyfriend?
Because I don't know, he's a kind of intelligent, he's handsome, and what else? He he's very like he always makes me
Makes me
laugh,
laughing or
makes
makes
me
me laugh?
laugh,
Very good.
makes
Very
me
good.
laugh, and I always bother him, and he doesn't cry.
Okay, so in that case, do you bother him or do you bully him? What is the case?
I bully him.
I kind of imagine that, Maritere.
Yes,
Okay.
a little bit, but bully with love.
That's the best kind of bullying.
See,
Okie dokie. What kind of things do you like doing together, Maritere?
we cook together. We what else? We make the bed. That's correct.
Very good.
We make the bed together. We play some video games together. We what else? We try to do some exercise because we don't like exercise together. We
Who does?
we do diet together sometime when we can,
When possible.
when it's possible. I'm some things like that.
Oh,
Almost everything together.
That's why I can listen to. Okay, so he's your life companion, Maritere, basically.
Yes, basically. And in this pandemic, in this pandemic time,
Mhm.
we are more, um, we are more, yes, we are
You
together
are,
more time.
okay, you spend more time together. Uh-huh.
Yes, we spend more time together than
Okay.
in another situation.
Of course, of course. So the conveniences of having a pandemic situation, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, very good. Now, Jorge and Liz, welcome to the class. As you can listen, yeah, can you listen to me now, Lizzie?
Yes, I can.
Excellent, very correct. So guys, as you can listen, we are in the middle of a speaking activity. Before we go into the listening part, okay? So I'm asking you some questions. Obviously, I listen and correct, but let me see what you got for me. Okay, so for example, Jorge, can you think of someone, mm, can you think of someone that you expect to see next week?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for I'm late. Um, the next week, I'm gonna have I will go a party. It's how you say a boda
To a wedding.
to a wedding. Yes, sorry, a wedding with a friend who lives in Monterrey. And
Okay.
she will here in Cuernavaca the next Friday, and she's a friend that I met um, uh, since I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, and it's a very good friend to me, and she invited me at this event.
Okay, at, she invited me to this
To
event. Mhm.
okay, she
Okay, okay, very interesting, Jorge. Very good. Okay, so your friend's wedding. It sounds like an amazing occasion, huh? Okay, okay.
yes. Uh-huh.
Well, or a funeral, I'm not sure. No, not true, not true. Okay.
¡Vivan las bodacheras!
Every
Yeah.
time, obviously, obviously. Okay, no. Lizzie, what about you? Can you think of something that you never bother to do?
Never bothered to do. I think listening music,
Listening music or listening to music?
listening to music. I can
Oh,
listen music all the time, all the day. I never get bored of listening to. ¿Cómo se dice ciertos?
it's certain. I have the vocabulary, but it's certain something. Mhm.
To certain kind of music. Not banda,
Okay.
not mariachi, not cumbias,
Okay.
but yes, indie, post rock, metal, and classical, and uh, other music genres.
Okay. Genres or genres?
Genres.
Exactly. You always even though it's spelled with an E, you pronounce it like with an A. Genre, music genre, book genre, always with A. Okay, Liz. Okay, very good. What have you been listening to the most recently?
I have been listening to Sigur Rós. Sigur Rós is an Icelandic band,
I know them. Uh-huh.
and I have been listening to Olafur Arnalds,
Mm-hmm.
another, how do you pronounce pianista? Pianist?
Pianist.
Pianist, yes, because I have bought recently 2 tickets to watch him next year, perhaps, if everything is going okay with this pandemic.
Well, Yeah, like let's find out. But at least you have the tickets now, so it's possible you'll be there.
Yes.
Excellent, guys. Excellent. Very correct. Very correct. Well, okay. After this warming up, guys, well, let us check how your listening is doing these days. Okay. So, right now, guys, let me share my computer's sound so that you can listen. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie. Let me make a try. Okie dokie. Let me make a try. And okay, so in here, guys. Why can't I scroll it? Okie dokie, very good, guys. So in here, I will cover it up. You have to listen to a story that a group of friends is commenting on. Okie dokie, but you need to focus on how did Mateo and Brian get lost. Okie dokie. So let me make a trial.
Page 6, Lesson C.
Can you listen to it correctly?
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Excellent, guys. So remember, focus on that part. How did these guys get lost? Best of lucks. Let's go.
We're both getting scared. 1. Conversation strategy. Highlighting key moments in a story. B. Listen. How did Mateo and Brian get lost?
Remember that time we were hiking in Utah?
When we got lost? That was funny.
Why? What happened?
We were on this trail, and it was getting dark. Then Brian says, "Where are we?"
Yeah, we couldn't see a thing, and we walked off the trail. It was that bad.
Yeah, there were all these trees around us, and we were so lost. And we're thinking, oh no. And we're both getting kind of scared. We just wanted to get out of there.
I bet.
And Brian says, "Should we jog a little?" And I go, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Let's go."
So we started jogging.
And we said to each other, "We've got to stick together in case anything happens."
Okay, guys. So, completely understood or one more time?
What is jog? Or like a yoga?
Okay, no, it's not related with yoga. When you jog, jogging, the activity, it's not precisely running, but slower. Like
Trotar.
exactly, that's jogging. Very
okay.
correct. Okay, so guys, do you want to go through it one more time? Do you want a pilon?
Yes, please.
Okay, very good. But I will skip the intro because unnecessary information. Let me go there.
Page 6,
It's
key moments in a story. B. Listen. How did Mateo and Brian get lost?
Remember that time we were hiking in Utah?
When we got lost? That was funny.
Why? What happened?
We were on this trail, and it was getting dark. Then Brian says, "Where are we?"
Yeah, we couldn't see a thing, and we walked off the trail. It was that bad.
Yeah, there were all these trees around us, and we were so lost. And we're thinking, oh no. And we're both getting kind of scared. We just wanted to get out of there.
I bet.
And Brian says, "Should we jog a little?" And I go, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Let's go."
So we started jogging.
And we said to each other, "We've got to stick together in case anything happens."
okay. So that was the pilon, guys. How much of the story did you understand? How did they get lost? What happened?
Because it was dark. The place was dark, no? And they couldn't see anything.
Trail.
Can you repeat that again, Lizzie?
They lost their trail.
Okay, and what is to lose your trail?
They lost their way.
Exactly. It was dark, as Maritere said, number one. And also, they lost their path or their way. Let us check, guys. Well, let me uncover the truth. So in here, guys, We were on this trail. Do you know what is a trail, guys? Trail?
Yes.
What is it?
Is a road that you are following, your trail, your way.
Exactly. It's basically what you may know as a path. Okay, let me write it in the chat, guys. No, not this. Let me find the chat. Okay, guys. Yes, chat. Path. Okie dokie. P-A-T-H. Path. Okay, that's a trail or a path, like something in the road that tells you exactly where are you going to. That's a trail. Very correct. Okay, so now in here, guys, we couldn't see a thing. What is that referring to? We couldn't see a thing.
Was
Because
dark.
there was dark.
But normally dark or super dark.
Super dark.
Super dark.
Exactly. When you don't see a thing, it's like completely dark. You're almost blind in there. Okay, very good. Now in here, we were both getting kind of scared. What is to get kind of scared?
Tenían medio.
Yeah, more or less like that, like kind of scared, like not precisely screaming, but definitely like we are in trouble right now. Exactly.
Worries about the situation.
Exactly, worried or scared regarding their situation. Very good. And now in here, we've got to stick together. What is to stick together?
I don't know.
Okay, very good.
Juntitos.
Exactly, juntitos. Very good. When you stick together with someone, it's because you want to remain together with that person. Because you're going through a difficult situation. Like, tenemos que permanecer juntos. We've got to stick together, like join forces. Exactly. Very correct. Do you have a question, Jorge?
No, like pegados, no, or what?
Exactly. Actually, the verb stick is related with this idea like pegado, pegadito. Yes, very correct. Excellent. Okay, guys. So now in here, at the beginning of the conversation, remember that time we were hiking in Utah. That's the past simple. This is a memory of something that happened probably some time ago, okay? But then when this person is telling the story, Mateo says, there were all these trees around us and we were so lost, past tense. And we're thinking, oh no, and we're both getting kind of scared. And in here, and Brian says, and I go, blah, blah, blah. So why are they changing the tense? Why do they come from past tense to a present tense? Why is the change happening in here? What do you think?
Because they are telling how the things happened.
Yes, but happened in the past.
In that moment.
Yes, very good. But in that moment, like a reference to the past. So if you're referencing the past, why do you sometimes change to present?
Because sometimes they thought as they were there in the situation.
Okay, like living it again.
Okay, exactly.
Okay, yes. Actually, that's something that we do in Spanish too. We're like, ay, es que hace unos años me pasó, bla, 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 y le digo, no, es que esto está muy mal, y me dice, no, es que ya me dio miedo. Yes, we do exactly the same in Spanish, exactly the same thing. Now, why, guys? Well, this is one of the particularities you need to remember about speaking in English. when you are retelling a story, even though it's understood from the beginning that this is a memory, that this is a past action, for the purpose of chisme, for the purpose of gossip, the details of the story are always told in present simple or in present continuous. That way you make your chisme more interesting. Why? Because it's not like, yeah, it happened a lot of years ago, so meh, this happened. Nah, you're making it like very vivid for the other person by using the present tense. Okie dokie. So tip, guys, if you're having a hot, juicy gossip with someone, preferably for giving details and explaining what happened, what the situation was in that moment, generally you use a present tense, not a past tense. Okie dokie. So before we continue, guys, let me show you something in here. Notice how Mateo changes to the present tense at key moments in the story. Now, what are key moments?
The most important moments.
Exactly. The most important or the main events of the story, he changes to the present tense. Why? Because it makes them more dramatic. Okay, exactly like that. For the purpose of chisme, you are being very dramatic and the other person is like, oh, and what happened? Oh no, and what did you do? You know, you're making your story more interesting and more valid in the present. Now, guys, in this part, we have read more of their conversation. Change the underlined verbs to the simple present or present continuous tense to make the story more dramatic. Okay, so I'm going to change this activity a little bit. You're going to listen to that conversation. Identify the verbs in past and change them for the present. And after you do that, we check how the conversation sounds when you make those changes. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. I like that. Okay, guys, so here we go.
Page 6. 1. Conversation strategy. Highlighting key moments in a story. D. Read more of their conversation. Change the underlined verbs to the simple present or present continuous to make the story more dramatic. Then listen and check your answers.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, we hear this noise.
And I look over at Brian, and I see his face is white, and he's starting to run fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a weird noise.
So I'm thinking, wait a minute. What happened to our plan to stick together? So I start to run with him.
Yeah, we're running through the trees, scared to death. It was hilarious. It was just like in a movie.
Okay, guys, so did you identify the verbs in the present tenses or one more time?
One more.
One more time.
Good, good, good. Okay, let me just keep the intro. Okay, good.
Page 6. Conversation. Change the or present continuous to make the story more dramatic. Then listen and check your answers.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, we hear this noise.
And I look over at Brian, and I see his face is white, and he's starting to run fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a weird noise.
So I'm thinking, wait a minute. What happened to our plan to stick together? So I start to run with him.
Yeah, we're running through the trees, scared to death. It was hilarious. It was just like in a movie.
Okay, guys, so what verbs did you identify? What verbs did you listen to?
Hear,
Sing.
look,
Was running.
Very good.
Happening.
Very good.
thinking,
Thinking, exactly. Very correct, guys. But as you can see, as you could listen, in some points, they go back to the past. Let me show you the script. In here. And all of a sudden, we hear the noise or this noise, how we hear this noise. And I look over at Brian and I see his face is white and he, what? Is starting or was starting? What about this one? Do you keep the past or the present?
He
Was.
started.
Okay, he was starting to run fast. Why the past, Maritere?
Because in that moment, even though we are, for example, living or feeling it right now, he already run. He already started running. No, start.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like that.
Well, in here, and he was starting to run fast. Is this a main event on the story or only a detail?
Only a detail.
Okay. So remember, guys, when it's only details, you can keep the past. I mean, it was a weird noise. I mean, it's only a detail. It's not a main event. So you can keep the past. But, so I am thinking, wait a minute, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. So I start to run with him. In here, guys, all the main events, the very important moments of the story are told in the present. Then again, so well, now that you have these examples, let's do an experiment, okay? I'm going to ask you to tell me different kinds of stories. Keep in mind that you need to tell me the key points in the present simple or the present continuous tense. Don't worry, I will give you a few minutes so you can make your notes and conjugate key events in the correct tense. And after that, we have the conversation. Okie dokie. So let me see. Jorge, tell us about the best birthday you have ever had. Okay, think about that moment. The best birthday you have ever had, and you tell us the story. Remember to use the correct tense, okay? Maritere, think about the most embarrassing moment of your life, okay? The most embarrassing moment of your life. And Lizzie, think about the time you felt the proudest about yourself in your life, okay? So I repeat, Jorge, your best birthday, Maritere, your most embarrassing moment, and Lizzie, the time where you felt the most proud about yourself. I'll give you a few minutes so you can think of the anecdote and make the necessary notes. And after that, I judge your speaking. Okay, guys. If you need vocabulary, if you want to ask me something, tell me immediately. No problem, okay?
Okay.
Start preparing. Very good. If you need help with your vocabulary or your expressions, tell me, guys, huh? No problem.
Maybe you can show us the
Do you want to see the
the
script
paragraph.
of the story?
Yes,
Yes, of
yes,
course.
to have an idea.
Yes, of course, Maritere. Let me share it with you.
Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. Just let me put it in the correct part. This is the story. Uh-huh. Remember to include the change in tense. Ready, guys? Or you need a
No,
little bit more? Okay. Sorry. Le
just
bajo
a
la
little,
espuma a mi cappuccino, so sorry.
just a little bit more.
No, it's okay, guys. It's okay. You ready, guys? Or you want 2 more minutes? I feel merciful today. So 2 more minutes or we start? 2 more minutes then. 2 more
As you
minutes.
wish.
2 more minutes. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so time's up and I'm ready for the chisme. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. Excellent. Okay, so now let's see, guys. Who wants to start first? Do we have a volunteer or I pick a victim? Who wants to start?
A big team.
I pick a victim. Okie dokie. Well, let's see. In that case, Jorge, tell us the story of the best birthday of your life. What have you got for us?
The best birthday that I ever had in my life was 4 years ago. All my friends came to my party and we dance, we sing, and we was talking about our story in the university. The party finished at 3 a.m. and was so funny because spent time together again. This time, this year I should make a new party again. Well, that's all.
Okay, very good. Okay, now, Jorge, tell me, what verbs did you conjugate in present?
In present, dance, we dance, we sing. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, we dance and we sing. All right, so in here, Jorge, the vast majority of your story is told from a past point of view. Okay, so a tip for you, it's easier to include the present tense in your story when you talk about dialogues, for example, like, and I tell to my friends, tonight we're dancing, we're drinking, we're singing, and we're having a good time, okay? You're literally saying, what did you tell them back then, okay? So it's easier to include the present when you talk about dialogues, I tell them, let's drink, let's dance, is the present tense, okie dokie. Now, curiously, when is your birthday?
In November 29th.
Okay, are you inviting us?
Of course.
I count on that one.
Everyone.
Excellent. Okay, Jorge. Okay, very good. Now, you pick the victim. Who is going to continue here?
Liz.
Okay, dokie. Lizzie, what have you got for us?
Well, the time I felt the proudest
Mhm.
was when a group of paramedic colleagues and I attended an emergency call while we were on service. We
Okay.
were sleeping in our rooms, and suddenly the alert started to sound. We
Okay,
got
we are sleeping in our rooms and the alarm starts.
uh, we are sleeping in our rooms, and suddenly the alert or the siren start to sound.
Mhm.
We get on the ambulance and we arrive to the place where the accident is. A bus crash. We start to give medical attention to 40 injured persons, and we felt very proud to help them.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so 40 leads,
Yes, 40 was a big emergency or a major emergency.
a major emergency.
Major
Exactly.
emergency, yes.
Okay, okay. Wow, Lizzie. Okay, okay, interesting. So, did you see how when you started talking about like the main events, I corrected you, and once you got the idea, you started conjugating everything in present, and it sounded natural. Do we agree?
Yes.
So, exactly like that. Always remember gossip is always in the present tense. So, we are sleeping in the room and the alarm goes off, and we go to the place, and exactly like that, Lizzie. Very good. Excellent, excellent. Oh, so brave, so brave. We have a hero in the class. Okie dokie. Excellent. Now, what about you, Maritere? What is the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Well, I have a lot, but one of them was when I was in the cinema with a boy. He was a new date, and he said, "Let's get inside to watch the movie." And we noticed that the movie was already started. So
Okay, we noticed that the movie has already started. What is better?
has already started.
Very good.
Wait. The movie has already started. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
And so I told him, "Oh, this is a kind of weird. I was thinking that we were on time. And then, surprise, some people are sitting in our places." So I said, "Oh, could you please move? These are my seats." And a few minutes later, I noticed that we were in another gate with another movie. So I silently told him, "Let's get out of here rapidly."
Okay. Oh, Maritere. Oh, and the
Yes.
people moved or they didn't?
Yes,
They
they
moved.
move.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I feel bad about it.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Okay, no, Maritere. We were at the cinema, or for example, if you want to make it more gossipy, like, so listen, we are at the cinema and
Uh,
we're waiting for the movie to start. How can you change your story so it sounds more dramatic, Maritere? What kind of changes would you make?
yes, let's remember we are at the cinema,
Mhm.
and we said, "Let's get inside to watch the movie."
Okay, so, and we say, let's get inside to watch the movie. We say,
Okay,
because
we
it's a
say,
key point.
okay, we say, "Let's get inside to watch a movie," and we notice
Aha,
that the movie has already started.
aha.
And so I tell him, "This is a kind of weird. I was thinking that we were on time."
Okay, I was thinking, or I thought we
I
were in time.
thought,
It's
I
a detail.
thought,
I thought it's a detail to your story.
I thought that we were on time. And then, surprise, some people are sitting in our places. So I say, "Oh, could you please move? These are my seats." And a few minutes later, I notice that we were in another gate.
Exactly. Yes, Maritere, very good. I notice, I say, etc, etc. You make it sound more dramatic again. Okie
Okay.
dokie. Very
Okay.
nice, very nice. Okie dokie, guys. So always remember, gossip is all about making it valid by using the present tense. Okie dokie. Now, guys, before we need to go, because we still have a few more minutes, but before we need to go, well, last week I couldn't see you 2 hours, okay? So obviously, I have the intention, I'm at my best disposition to give you those 2 hours. But now, how can we make it work? Do you prefer to have one session of 2 hours? Or what kind of arrangement would be better to you?
Mm,
I know you're busy people, so that's why I'm asking. What is better for you?
How do you prefer, guys? Mm,
Don't be shy. I'm not going to bite you guys.
Well, maybe I'm gonna propose something. No, I don't know. It's only it will be one day for 2 hours, or how many days?
Well, Maritere?
no, no, sorry.
No, it's okay. What were you going to tell us?
No, I was just
Considering the
putting my
possibility?
hand. Yes.
Okay,
No,
okay, no.
no.
Okay, very good. Well, yes, that is one possibility, like to have only one day of 2 hours, like to recover both hours at the same time. Also, another possibility could be like to make it less heavy. We could have like an extra half an hour on Wednesdays and Thursday session. Like from 7 to 8.5 on Wednesday and on Thursday. And then on Friday, for example, we only have 1 hour. Those are like the possibilities. What do you prefer? Like recovering the jalón in one day, or to do that, like half an hour, and then one session of 1 hour? What would be better to you?
I think the 2 sessions.
Okay. Like splitting it into 2 sessions, like recovering 1 hour this week and 1 hour next week.
Yes, for me, it's better.
Okay, very good. What about you, Mariteria and Jorge? It works that way? Like 1 hour this week, 1 hour the next?
Yes, for me it can be fine. I would like to be for me the Wednesday, because I'm not sure if this Wednesday and the next Monday I will be with you, because I have to go with well, for my work I have to I will go out.
Okay.
Or maybe if you prefer, okay, and if all of you are agree,
If all of you agree.
if all of you agree,
Mhm.
on Sunday we can make like 2 hours in the morning. How do you feel? Or you prefer one day? Well, some hours this week and some hours next week. Whatever you prefer, it's okay for me.
I also work on Sundays, so I have no problem, but you let me know. I'm a workaholic, guys. I have problems. But what about you? What is better? Or if you want to, you can think about it and sending me to the group like what your option is and when can you make it work, like when do you have the availability, and then based on what the majority says we get to an agreement, so you have time to think about it. Do you prefer that one?
I think I
Yes.
prefer the 2 sessions.
2 sessions, 1 hour this week and 1 hour the next one.
Yes, and the next week the same.
Okay, so on weekend it wouldn't be like a good option for you, Lizzie.
For the next week.
Okay, maybe guys, maybe if possible for you, we can consider like maybe having Friday, maybe Friday, one Friday this week and one Friday next week. But I understand that, well, Jorge has his wedding, and we have other things. So think about it. Just try to think it like that. 1 hour this week and 1 hour the next one. And we decide when it's better for you. Okie dokie?
Friday, no, please.
Friday, no? Okay, so
Please,
Friday, no. Maybe it could be Tuesday, for example, instead of Friday, on
The day
Tuesday.
you want. Yes. For me, the day you want. Jorge, what do you think?
Say it in Spanish.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Well, first, when is the day that you are not able to assist, Jorge?
Eso no fue español.
Ya le sale el inglés súper natural.
Sí,
¿eh?
qué
Oh.
¿Lo puedo decir en ruso?
Entendemos ya muy bien por eso.
Sí.
Obvio, ya, sí, en otro nivel,
Ajá, claro.
chicos.
Bueno, si no les afecta mucho a ustedes, y si pudiera ser este miércoles 1 hora, o sea, que fueran 2 horas, y el próximo miércoles otras 2 horas, pues por mí se los agradecería, sería excelente, ¿no? Pero si no se puede, pues digo, también me acoplo a lo de ustedes, y si no estoy, pues la repongo en línea, la clase después, la veo. ¿O no?
Ok.
Por mí no había ningún problema que fuera el miércoles de 2 horas. Sí, así
Miércoles 2 horas. De hecho, a mí
Este-
me queda bien.
está
Pero
bien.
Jorge dice este miércoles 1 hora y el otro miércoles otra hora.
Ajá.
Ajá, sí,
Exacto.
correcto.
En
Sí,
vez de
por mí
tener
está bien.
clase de 7 a 8, tendremos clase de 7 a 9 y ya con eso cubrimos. Y no agarramos un día adicional. ¿Podría ser así?
Sí, por mí está bien también.
¿Va? Ok, entonces lo voy agendando para el miércoles, en vez de tener solo 1 hora y de perderme de su compañía. Los voy a tener 2 horas, ¿ok? Miércoles de 7 a 9. Este miércoles es, si no me equivoco, 28. Ok, miércoles 28 de julio y miércoles 4 de agosto. Chicos, nada más esas 2 fechas, nos vamos a ver de 7 a 9. Ahorita les mando un recordatorio al grupo. No se
Ujú.
preocupen, pero lo dejamos así, ¿va? Miércoles
Va.
de 7 a 9.
Chas.
Y una pregunta, dije, ya quiero todo.
Sí,
Y
¿qué
si,
pasó?
por ejemplo, fuera de 6 a 8 es complicado para ustedes, en vez de 7 a 9, 6 a 8.
Para mí el problema es que yo tengo clase de 5 a 7. Tengo una clase de 2 horas antes de las de ustedes. Entonces me desconecto de la clase de 5 a 7 y me conecto con ustedes. Ese es el problema.
Ok, está bien.
Ok, va. Todos con problemas de horario, porque adultos, no, de haber sabido, no nazco, no crezco, chicos. No, me hubiera evitado todo esto. Pero muchas gracias por su paciencia, por haberme esperado. De verdad, lo aprecio muchísimo. Nos vemos muy pronto. Tengan muy bonito lunes y estamos en contacto cualquier cosa, chicos. Cuídense muchísimo y nos vemos el miércoles.
Gracias,
Bye,
teacher.
bye.
Esperamos que todo bien.
Luego. Gracias,
Thank
bye,
you,
bye.
guys. Muchas
Besitos.
gracias, de verdad. Nos vemos muy pronto.
Bye.
Bye.